Hey, well, it's been want to come back with another video. Family, I just want to come back with this video here because I want you to connect the dots, because see, certain things that happen, we become so, just so oblivious that we don't connect the dots, all right? Just recently, Capital One just said that there were 100 million customers that they had, their data breached, actually hacked. Now, we just had a situation with Equifax doing this with over 150 million people having their data breached. Now, isn't it ironic that the television tell us about this? And then, because I know I'm experiencing it. All of a sudden, you start getting all these calls, some robocalls from, because I'm in H-Town, Texas. I don't understand why I'm getting calls from people from Connecticut, North Dakota, Iowa. And I'm looking at my call ID, I'm like, what is going on? But it makes sense. These companies that are saying that they're being hacked, they're not being hacked. They're selling our data. If it's that easy, and then to attribute it to one person, Capital One, said there's one individual that hacked all these accounts. It's like 70 or 80,000 Social Security numbers were breached. This is something that is not only something that's going to be a problem today, but it's going to be a problem in the future. And it's so unfortunate that the greed. Imagine going to a cashless society and all access to your money and to your wealth is via digital. Well, what happens if someone breaches that account? Now, good thing about it, when it pertains to banks and financial institutions, that's why it's important that you know where your money is, because you need to make sure that they FDIC insured. Most of them have $250,000 in insurance with the FDIC. Okay, but as far as your data, is your name, your number, your Social Security number, your address. Some people may find it, just some frivolous activities, but to have your information sold to the highest bidder, man, that's bad. And you have these Democratic presidential candidates are debating last night, and none of them mentioned anything that affects us tangibly. When our data is being breached, come on, man, that can affect us. Somebody can get our information and get, loans or whatever stuff in our names, mess our credit up. Okay? And, they protect themselves. How many of you guys out there know that right now, Bernie Sanders, him, Elijah Cummings, these guys are on indictments. Their wives are on indictments for money laundering, stealing money. Joe Biden, you and Bernie Sanders, y'all both signed that crime bill in '94 to arrest, disproportionately Afro-melanated young males. And none of the candidates, Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, none of you guys bring that up. They're disingenuous because it's just a game. Remember, family, everything that these politicians, these politics, complain about during election time to pull your heartstring, to say they want to do something better, they want to change things. These are the same people that signed the bills to allow these things to happen. These are the same people that sign bills, the regulation bills that allow pharmaceutical companies to profit $80, $90 billion a year. And Bernie Sanders, you want to say that as if you didn't have anything to do with signing the bill, dude. And if you did have anything to do with signing the bill, you haven't wrote a bill to counter that. Family, nothing gets passed. These corporations cannot do the things they do without signatures from the people that you vote in office. And then they come back afterwards and say they need to make changes. Remember, these are the people that's making the laws. The situation in Flint, Michigan, are you serious? And Baltimore, family, everybody know Baltimore is one of the most violent, crime-infested cities in the nation. And yes, Elijah Cummings, that's your watch. So instead of screaming racism, why don't you look at yourself, self-reflect? You've been a senator, not a senator, you've been a congressman for many, many years in the Baltimore region. And for that area to be in this predicament, all you gotta do is look it up. Don't cry because Trump called you out. It's ridiculous. These bills are ridiculous, family. If you voting with an open mind, understand everything that's happening right now. The reason why people, 1 out of 5 citizens can't afford help, can't afford the prescription meds. People right now have to decide between paying their rent, buying food, and medications. Are you serious? And pharmaceutical companies making billions of dollars. No one talks about that. You dig? So let's just make sure you understand the difference between real news and fake news, family. I just wanted to come back, quick video, a little food for thought, family. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And in the meantime, between time, may the Most High Inside you bring you joy. And being one is out of 5,000.